Big Sloth, the biggest sloth in the game, aka Big Loon. It's Up There podcast did a Spaces, and he said it's time that we finally address some of these things because he was getting questioned on them by Jameson. Jameson started pressing him on some of the accusations that. Sorry, not even some of the accusations, some of the facts that we've laid out.
All of them.
Yeah.
And real quick, shout out. Yeah, what
I was
you
about to say,
do
shout out to Jameson and what's the other nigga name?
I can't remember.
I think his name is 𝔓𝔬𝔐𝔬𝔬, and I hate that I don't.
𝔓𝔬𝔐𝔬𝔐.
I was about to say I hate that like we didn't even just hey that's my nigga right there, but he's funny as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
I just like his disapproval.
Yeah,
He's like, man, I was watching this shit earlier, man. I ain't fuck with it, man. Why was I wasting my time with it?
and then like Jameson's like question voice is like, I don't know, Loon. Like,
yo, that's the most inquisitive sounding nigga I've ever heard.
Very inquisitive.
He is.
He just wants to know information.
And I've talked to Jameson about it too. See, the only thing Jameson has to practice, which I've told him as well, like he just has to restrain himself because when he catches a nigga lying, he just can't help himself. He's got to hold the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let these niggas
that nigga
hang.
like the Terminator.
Yeah, like
you should walk him down the path.
Just let them hang them. Just let them hang. You know what I'm saying? Like then you turn up on their ass later. You know what I mean? But
you got a podcast like a spider.
Yeah. Let them.
Spider don't just hop when that shit get in the web.
Even in Spaces, let them hang themselves as long as possible. You just you drag it out as long as you can, and then you start. Then you cook.
But the thing with Spaces is. It's so many niggas that you feel you gotta feel jumpy to be a part of the conversation.
Because if you don't, somebody's gonna take your point,
and then it's gone.
That's a fact.
And then you should log off because you're pointless now, nigga.
And then the point might not even your point. The way you would have like given your point up would have hit harder. Yeah. But somebody was so quick to jump in and just add their little weak ass 2 cents. It didn't even hit as hard as it could have.
Little dusty ass pennies.
Yeah. So
or like they just completely changed the conversation.
Yeah. The thing with the space is they have to be really controlled and moderated.
Regulated.
They have to be regulated. Yeah. For them to go really well. But
they need a head wolf.
But yeah, long story short, we came up in conversation on this Twitter space that he was on.
Kind of.
And he really dove in deep and talked about us because he tried to lie and say he wasn't familiar with us. One of the things that he did, like just one of the things, I think the only point that the only gangster point that he tried to like stand on with us was they made sure not to see me at the Black Effect Podcast Festival. And you just got to ask your homeboy why that was. Just ask your mentor why that was. So.
Your homeboy, your mentor. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Just ask him. Just ask him why. That's about it.
I was about to say because nigga, we was in no private booths. Yeah. we was in general admission. We was amongst the mass public.
we was backstage too.
We was walking through that motherfucker. Yeah, we did hit backstage a little bit.
They made sure, nigga, I am 24.
But running from a sloth. Fuck out of here.
That's redundant.
You don't even move fast enough.
Yeah. I'd rather run from a tortoise.
What are some of the? I had the time markers.
14, 18.
But
was that the first one? Go ahead.
Yeah.
He was like, it was very strange because when I listened to it, I was like, all right, you know, I wasn't expecting outright disrespect because that's not Loon's style, right? It's a very like, I don't like you. I'm gonna act like you just don't exist.
Right.
Even though like everybody's asking me about you.
Right.
So when Jameson was like, yo, you know these niggas?
I feel bad that he can't go nowhere without it coming up now.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Look, you smile. You can't feel bad and smile. Yeah. That's sarcasm.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful work.
And it's go ahead.
Nah, I was just saying like it was just I kind of felt bad for Loon, man, because you know he was just lying like. In my opinion, he was lying.
He was definitely lying.
The nigga was just lying, and everybody was listening to him. And I was, at a certain point, I got a little irritated because I was like, why is nobody saying like, yo, Loon, I heard you lie. Like, you're being hypocritical. I just heard it.
But that's what Jameson did.
Jameson did.
Jameson did. Yo, Jameson was so disheartened when that happened. He was like, nigga, I thought this whole conversation was in good faith.
Yeah. He was.
And you lied to me, nigga. Yeah. So now I can't respect you.
Yeah.
How can I trust you from here on out?
That's a principled individual.
That is.
That's what we call moral objectivity, nigga.
Right.
At least somebody have it on that space.
Yeah.
And not that flea mongering nigga.
Yeah, and the shit is, I felt bad for him because there were moments where I remembered why we Big Loon up to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just in terms of talking on the microphone.
Yeah.
He like it's not bad, but I can't even give you a compliment because of where you went.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's not even like he's bad at interviewing either.
Not even.
We've always complimented his interviewing.
Might be a little boring.
It's just Loon took it to a place. Loon is a YouTube comment he has a fetish for commenting on YouTube's and deleting his comments later. That is Big Loon's biggest L. Or that's like he just can't.
His biggest critique
is he can't help himself. Like he gets in YouTube comments, he goes back and forth with niggas. He might leave 10, 20 comments on one video, and then 20 minutes later or 30 minutes later, he goes back and deletes all of them.
And then since his bots in,
then
his little AI minions.
Depending on how passionate he is still about it, he'll send a bunch of bots over after he personally has gone through, and it's like he talks. Loon's speech pattern is only him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And his bots.
I take that back. It is easy to act like you are him, but he has coined his speech pattern to where it's like, in order to catch it, like just the way he speaks on shit.
He's a high level thinker.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're not a high level thinker, AJ.
You can't think fast enough,
I forgot.
He kept saying it so much where
I
honestly thought I believed it. I was like, yo, this nigga Loon's a high level thinker.
And that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. He does believe it. Yeah. Like, it's like it is an image of himself somewhere. Like, I don't know if he got like a Photoshop poster in his room, but like that's what he thinks he is. Like, even when he hopped on the Spaces, he was like, I normally don't come and bottom feed with you fucking scallywag ass niggas, but you be in the comments 1,000 million times.
It's almost like this, like what you are in one sport, you might not be in the next one, right? Like the same way with Michael Jordan. Because apparently, he was a general in his last game that he was playing, the last sport. But now he's in a whole new he's in a whole new game.
You ain't good at baseball, nigga.
Michael Jordan, nigga, you not shit on that
baseball,
fucking
nigga.
Whatever they call that diamond, nigga. You get what I mean? So he hasn't acclimated fully to like this new lane he's in, and he think everybody should just respect this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just because he has a little bit of street knowledge.
Because he doesn't claim his street at all.
Well, because
not anymore. At
that's
least
smart.
Not anymore. Because he was the first year I watched him. He claimed his street general status.
Was he signing?
He talked about it like he was in the military. Like
but recently, I guess he realized, his high level ass brain finally realized you probably shouldn't be bragging about your street resume like a high level brain nigga would have known a year ago. But maybe you just got enlightened. You know what I mean? Who knows? Yeah. But he just now started to deny that he was any associated with any of the parts of the streets.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Which is why the name Big Sloth is so fitting. Yeah. Because all of the conclusions come too fucking late. Everything he said in this video that was like self-awareness, constructive criticism on his own platform and his broadcasting is shit that we said.
Yes,
it's right. It's in fact the only thing we've ever said. Yeah. Because up until a certain point, this shit was just objective, we speaking on what we see until he went there.
Yeah.
And but ever since then, it's just been, all right, now it's like hate beef, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now,
right,
I'll cook it up, nigga.
Yeah, whatever, It was literally one YouTube comment changed the energy completely.
And then it's like this whole like weird rigmarole, and it's like, I know we're kind of like, they probably whining like, nigga, just play the video. But it's this whole rigmarole of like, nigga, just say you know us and you don't like us.
Yeah, it's just
I will respect that a lot more than this whole like pity back game of like, nah, I'm not familiar with them niggas.
It's a lot harder. He's in a harder position though because of what we've levied against him.
No, it shows he's a man if he says, of course I know him. Nigga, they call me Big Sloth. That shows a lot of character.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't claim Big Sloth. He would just say, of course I know him. Fuck him.
That just shows humility. Like, I could be the butt of a joke.
Yeah.
I don't take myself that serious. But the problem is,
which is everything his boss is
that any nigga that calls himself a general takes himself too seriously.
Especially when the U.S. government hasn't given it to him.
Especially when you don't have cadets. That's what I'm saying.
Also, another thing is the issue with him admitting to that he knows us is because the following question is going to be what we've said about him.
Yeah.
And they're going to ask about your YouTube channel. They're going to ask about your Patreon with your bot comments.
But you see, if you're a high-ranking general, you know the play. Yeah. Like, that's going to come regardless.
Yeah.
Right? It might come in a respectful manner just because you don't want to say, I know them niggas. But that shit is going to come.
But you can prolong it by playing semantics.
Exactly.
By using words like familiar instead of renowned or whatever the fuck.
Renowned,
I don't know them, but I'm not familiar with them, but I know of them.
I am aware, but I don't understand.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
I understand these dudes lied on me about 3-4 times. Let's listen to this first soundbite. I can't remember what it is.
you that you act like you had no idea who they was at all.
No, he said, "Are you familiar with Homeroom University?" I said, "No."
So now you familiar with them kicking your back, and now you know who you talking about. You know who you talking about now, right?
No, I answered the question. And again, let's not talk about these guys. Don't have me on clips talking.
Hey, yo, shout out to AJ the Menace. Oh wait, we can't shout him out right now.
No,
but if we will be big up in these niggas any other time, Big Loon. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, stop nation.
Gargle it, my nigga. Handle your business.
That was funny as shit.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
That was.
I'm not gonna lie, Jameson.
Just gargle it. But continue.
Do you?
Jameson's
I'll
excitement.
excuse myself.
Jameson's excitement gets the best of him, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
because he be doing so well, and then you leave room for one of those.
Nigga Loon said, "Don't forget the balls, nigga."
Yeah.
Your passion has to be calculated.
Yeah, Loon, I know you hate that you gave us that soundbite.
I just feel like
Loon's
it
good at
disappoints
dick
me. It disappoints me, right?
But we both know that's never going away. You know that.
It disappoints
That will
me.
be used
that,
frequently. It will be used frequently, and I understand. You can use one of ours. It's Up There podcast. It's a great podcast. Use that, you know.
No, but say it with some more irony on that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's Up There podcast. You know, if you need the higher level of learning and you trying to elevate your mind and open your third eye from a real general, I can't tell you where the general status came from, but I can tell you the general reports multiple times a week on It's Up There podcast. Tap in if you really want to get to the higher power of learning.
Tap in if you got something to lose.
Yeah, and only tap in if you have something to lose, because we only deal with high level thinkers over here.
High level thinkers with assets.
He has a real 4X level way of marketing himself.
I wonder if
it
he
just
was
seems
4X.
like a
That's
real.
a great point.
No,
That's
he's scammed a lot of niggas during 4X.
Yeah,
That's a
I
great
know.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know.
See that.
Yeah.
I can see him. I'm looking at him.
Yeah.
I know he does. From Atlanta too, it's just a bunch of it just works.
Cashville,
And he looks like he could
Cashville?
convince
aka
you.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever the fuck. He looks like he could convince you to buy some yen.
He looked like he convinced a dumbass nigga to do that. He couldn't convince me to do shit. Not a fucking thing. Nothing.
You don't think if he was a preacher and with that slow ass,
If he was a
Martin Luther
preacher,
King
I know what
cadence-
type of suits he would wear. I can see him in the suit, the baggy peach suit. He's got the suit in every color. The colors that aren't supposed to be bought, but the ones that you can still get at K&G. He's
with the white shoes
in the alligators. That's him. I know a country nigga when I see one. That's him.
He's like he's gonna tell you he can do an oil change, but then your turn signal gonna turn your car on. Something fucked up. That's the type of nigga this is. He's just not a real nigga. Any real nigga would have been like, yes, I know them. I don't like them. What about it?
Yeah.
Or just don't ask me about them guys.
Don't ask me about them situations.
Yeah. I'm not answering no questions about these.
But
niggas.
instead, he
What'd he
gets
do?
caught up. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to dance around it is
Trying to
wrong
dance
move.
around it.
Yeah.
He's playing. Yeah, you're not even playing checkers, nigga. You playing tic tac toe.
Yeah. And Loon, you're not supposed to be every time. Honestly, the last couple of times that we've talked about him, I've just straight up said, bro, you have to stop. You have to stop getting in the comments. Don't get in these comments either, unless you want to embarrass yourself. Please get in the comments, because you have a great job of doing that. But stop getting in comments, because you were in these comments on Too Clean Jones on this upload of this space, and I could tell you deleted them because somebody replied to you. But they didn't delete their reply, so you see the It's Up There podcast, but your comments were gone.
So
it's stop doing that shit, you old fuck. You know what I'm saying? Stop tweeting it, stop commenting and deleting. It's
You don't
fucking
even know.
stupid.
You're telling a narcissist not to think about himself.
Oh, but don't do that.
Yeah.
How is he not a
narcissist? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like we're losing now. It's a woman's term.
Yeah.
Because you said it's a woman's term?
Because it's a woman's term.
How?
Because a woman said it.
Exactly. That sounds like what a woman would say. Because I said it.
I'd rather argue like a woman than use that verbiage.
But he's a narcissist. Any nigga that's deep in the comments only about himself and just in this way, in this manner, he thinks very highly of himself to where, hey.
He's a fucking
Even
idiot.
worse than a narcissist,
he's a self-indulged person.
The person who claims that they don't care but care the most, that's the worst conundrum to be in.
Nigga. Yes,
And
right.
I don't even really understand why that brand of nigga, I don't get why they go so hard against acting like they don't care.
Right.
Caring
don't
about
get
shit
that.
is your superpower.
Nah,
Yeah.
because he's from the era where being cool is not knowing.
But don't act unbothered and then just talk about how bothered you are. Just say that I'm bothered. That's so much funnier.
Because technically,
it's so much realer.
Isn't the caring what supposed to have gotten you here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you care so much about podcasts,
right? So like, don't act like you don't care.
Yeah, he tried that shit with he tried that shit with Trap Lil Ross or something like that. Like you have an obsession for something, and then I remember y'all just look at our old search all of our Big Sloth videos. We've not just highlighted his fake views and terminated Twitter, YouTube accounts. We've also highlighted how stupid he is in interviews and things of that nature, like Trap Lil Ross and shit of that nature. So if everybody, his most notable moment is his embarrassing rollout at the Brilliant Idiots. But trust me, Loon has way more stupid shit that he's done that we can all refer back to. He hasn't had just one bad moment. He's had several.
I don't know. I don't get what his end game is.
His end game is to be the best. He wants to be as big as the comedy podcast, but you're not funny. You'll never be up there.
I just don't get why he wouldn't be real about it. Like the fact,
just be real about it. The fact
that he got up here, because up until a certain point, it was just real. What we saw, what we see, that's how it is.
Yeah,
it was real criticism. And everything that we said about the nigga, he said about himself. So what was the fucking point of beefing this whole time? What was the point of sending your little robots in the chat?
Because some people aren't ready to hear the truth about themselves from people they don't know.
Yeah, from you.
Because it sounds,
you a young punk.
It sounds like
you don't want to hear that shit from you.
It's almost like somebody, what we was just talking about, like your girl telling you something that you already know.
Oh,
it gets redundant and annoying, especially when you're, in my opinion, narcissist or maybe just a self-indulged individual.
It makes me want to do the wrong thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what he's going through.
Yeah, I'm playing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just everything that we've said that is facts about him. He knows it's true.
His content sucks. Outside of interviews, click the play on this. What's this? What is this?
This is the next timestamp.
Yeah,
the next blurb.
Yeah.
I'm not a street nigga. Stop it, man. I hate you corny niggas always trying to label niggas. I'm a businessman. Stop calling me anything other than a businessman. It ain't your business what I am.
That's
that
peace.
Street nigga shit. I get sick of these dudes, man. Y'all ain't gonna trick me like y'all try to trick these dudes.
Hey, pause real quick.
I often get asked that question.
All we have to do is go to the Brilliant Idiots episode and you said you were a street nigga. Cut it the fuck out.
I feel like we should have been cool. Like I feel like we tapped into another universe where we just started beefing with this nigga.
Bro.
I feel there's a universe where like we just cool. Like it's Loon. It's like,
we ignore
OG
each
Loon.
other.
Or it's not even that we ignore each other. It's just it didn't get this stupid.
Yeah.
Because this is stupid. The fact that the nigga is echoing things that we've said.
Yeah.
And it's still beef about that shit.
Yeah, let's talk about the healthy.
It makes this whole thing feel corny. I just feel corny being a part of this.
What's the last time stamp?
Last one is
before we look at the healthier YouTube channel.
I'm a fraud.
3621.
I didn't have it. Yeah, okay.
I got you right.
Back to the funnies. It's over. We're done with him. It's over. We don't.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm not here to do any tension. I'm always here for the funnies.
Yeah, Rory. Just know whatever they saying, they framing it in the way you dig. It's not man shit happening. These are content guys. So
this is not a man.
Nigga, you not a content nigga.
Bro, get in the room with me, man.
Loon, I pray to God. Well, that's not true. I do want to be in some of the rooms, right?
Yeah,
but none of the ones that you were in before you started, doing what you do.
I'm saying just get in the room with me and see if there's any kind of way
rooms
to play
with niggas like you in it. I spent my whole life doing that, Loon.
Man,
I promise
you. Man, you talking, little buddy. You ain't spent your life around nobody like me. Get in the room with me and see if that's the kind of energy you can have. That's all I want you to do. I'm telling you, man, Rory, whatever they're saying, they're framing it in a way that
Nino.
Period.
And it's so
I know
what.
Not you fucking defending your friendship. Rory, they're lying on me, buddy. They're lying on me, Rory.
He's calling in a life raft. But how does other people, not to cut you off, how do other people view this nigga now? Like, I know he's saying that to Rory, but I know, like, Rory isn't dumb.
Well,
Rory has to have the whatever to be like, nigga, I just heard the 30-minute conversation,
bro.
Loon.
Yeah.
You think I'm gonna just like believe you, nigga?
It's just one of them situations to where it's like, I don't got a problem with the nigga. He's got problems with niggas I know.
Yeah, that's how.
And so like it was a couple moments where they called on Rory just to say something positive about Loon. They was like, Who here likes It's Up There podcast? And it was a moment of silence. They was all waiting.
Crazy silence.
Rory hopped back on that shit like he was just peeling the orange. He's like, oh shit, sorry. Yeah, I fuck with Loon. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. Yeah, the spaces are funny, man. It's funny.
It's a little sad.
Let's look at the health of your channel, though, since you said this health is still solid. Let's go to your actual YouTube channel first before we look at the social blade. So let's just see.
Yep. Can they see this?
You almost have 100,000 subscribers, and
I can show it.
Looks like you've done.
Show it to the people, Lauren. They deserve to see this.
Definitely show them this.
They need to see this.
You do damn near the same views that we do.
Because we got to look the man in the mirror.
On each drop.
We definitely do damn near the same views.
Got a few big ones in between, though.
Yeah, but you almost have 100,000, nigga.
And these are like Dr. Umar interviews.
Yeah, like I shouldn't see this many 1.2s, 1,000s, 1.9. Like, that's our channel, nigga, at 22K. Trap Lil Ross, obviously, you know what I mean? But let's see. Carlos Miller versus Big Loon? When the fuck did that happen?
Well, like Loon said, marketing is one of his struggles. So it probably happened a while ago. You just couldn't get it to you.
He went to 85 South. Open that as a new tab. Wait, scroll down a little bit more. Scroll down a little bit more.
He went to 85?
Part 2, Carlos Miller on the truth about Charleston White. Oh, this is an interview they did.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that might just be clickbaity.
You think Wallow still loves him?
Everybody still likes him because they haven't done nothing to him. It's just Loon got to where he was at off of whatever history he has when he was a general, and he paid his way to wherever he was at and then fabricating his numbers.
And I don't think Wallow has the capacity to hate many people.
And Wallow don't give a fuck. Like most people,
Wallow's a loving motherfucker.
Most people that are doing okay don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck either, honestly, until the nigga said something in the comments. Now I care about everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go to his scroll up. And just,
everything gets cared now.
Yeah. Click his most recent video just because I know he said he talked to his marketing and research department. No. Go to one where he's in the studio.
You got 2 text on thumbnails.
We talked about this while
one of these.
No,
he's in the studio.
Go over to the right. Just want a full frame of him in the studio.
Yeah, we're just getting a feel for your bullshit, Sloth.
I just want them to see this stupid ass alien.
Who's that, Benzino?
No, that's not even in the studio.
Oh yeah, he's in.
No, he's not.
Wonder what the fuck they're talking about.
Go to the one that I already watched.
All right,
on the top right. Yeah.
Oh, you mean this one?
You talking to Benzino about parenting?
Just show him a still of this.
All right, I got you.
And God, I hate that green, dog.
What don't you like about it?
Yeah, just show them
attached to this.
All right, so Loon, when you talk to your marketing and research department, tell them that whoever thought of the alien thing is stupid as fuck. Because your name, because nothing about that. It's up there. I guess that's the space thing.
Yeah, you know the galaxy.
It's stupid as fuck. Stop changing it. Before it made more sense. It matched your name a little bit more. This looks kiddie. It's nasty looking.
Yeah, you're not Victor Wembanyama, nigga.
And then it's up there, 7-Up. I think that's a 7-Up kind of like flip. The logo's trash.
Your stomach protruding, nigga.
And your logo's not even the same as the one that's on the one on the back of your laptop is different from the one that's on your microphone. So let's sync these up, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You want some cohesiveness in the studio.
Yeah, I want some cohesiveness.
I ain't finna be under no out of shape general, nigga.
Yeah, if Big Loon is ever doing something when he's not talking directly to somebody, just for everybody to know, it's a waste of time. Don't watch it. The nigga's gonna rant for an hour and a half or an hour about 2 talking points that he hasn't even thought past level 2 of. But if he's doing an interview with somebody, it's probably gonna be a decent interview, honestly.
Yeah, nah, I've slowly but surely lost just respect for Loon. Like I really would have respected if he just said, I don't like those guys. But what questions do you want me to answer about them? I would have truly respected that.
If you're going to bottom feed with the low lives, nigga, you can't get there and complain about it being dirty.
Nigga, you can't talk to people who haven't done nothing, but just throw it up in their face.
Well, he could have said that and still chose to not answer questions. I think that'd have been fine too.
But you see the way that he treated them in the spaces, like I can't talk to you unless you have something going for you, nigga. That's a problem. You got to touch with your audience, nigga.
Exactly. He said unless you have
you ain't listening to the average American.
Unless you have something to lose, which also didn't. That sounded crazy.
Which is in turn just saying, nigga, get your followers up. You're too little to fucking argue with me. But that's such a juvenile way of thinking, nigga.
All it's just a flex for him. Because that's me saying I had something going for me without having to say it.
Narcissism. I don't know.
You sound like a lesbian.
Loon will never respond to us though, so.
Yeah, he's not even familiar with who we are, so he might not hear this shit. But you know, when he does, Just type it yourself this time. Like, no prompts, no AI, no artificial assistance, nigga. Go get you a FMAC, a young nigga that's in touch with the new lingo and the new verbiage, teach you some new words. You can disrespect us properly.
God damn,
we might actually laugh about it.
And it's fucked up, Sloth, because honestly, man, we should have got along. We should have got along. We should have got along.
We should
I
have.
remember when I
we should have. Yeah, we
thought of Big Sloth. I remember looking at you, nigga.
You remember the first time?
You
remember the first time your eyes gazed?
I remember exactly what I was doing.
I remember the first time I saw was when he did the Adam interview, and I liked it because he was like, he was calling Adam out for. He was like, "You white boys play this weird ass game where you do a lot." I was like, "Oh shit, this some real shit right here."
Because y'all had brought him up in good faith, and I was like, "Okay, I guess he's cool." Because my two good brothers here, actually three. Lauren, was you there?
I don't think he was there, but I don't think he had.
I think he
was getting
concurred.
introduced.
He concurred the statement. Lauren, you concurred.
I listened to the stuff after the fact and was
Yeah, but I think me and AJ had actually like
we had
saw in full form, and I was fucking with him. I was fucking with him at first. It was even parts in here that I was like, "This is funny." Like this is, but I can't say that.
Yeah.
Bleep that, Lauren.
Not everybody can take criticism because we definitely got on his ass after that rollout he did with Brilliant Idiots, and that just kind of set off this whole relationship that we have with this nigga.
And what did he say in that Spaces?
Yeah, shout out to the
people.
Did
we talk about it for a little too long? I mean, maybe in hindsight, I think so.
He still doesn't even admit that.
But he does, though. It's talking about it is admitting.
He said that.
Even saying maybe I think so, that's opening the door.
Yeah.
You just don't want to walk through it.
Yeah. Yeah, when some of these people like, bruh, some of these niggas, like some niggas just drop to their knees when they jump on the stage in the Spaces too, bruh. Like if a nigga is saying some dumb shit, it's okay to rebut the dumb shit. Stop dropping to your knees every time somebody of importance jumps on the Twitter stage.
Say their names. Who's on their knees?
Yeah, it's always somebody's on their knees in a Twitter space. That's just common.
That's a Big Loon way of answering the question, nigga. You looking really slothish right now.
And at least we hold each other accountable.
Before we close this segment, can you go back to that first timestamp? Just because I want Sloth to close us out with. I'm not familiar with these guys.
Some wise words of wisdom.
I think that'll be a good closer.
You that you act like you had no idea who they was at all.
No, he said, "Are you familiar with Homeroom University?" I said, "No."
That's it.
I said no.
I'm gonna hit it again.